Kidnapped Merced County family found dead in orchard. This was written by Sabra Stafford for Westside Connect, published 10 hours ago, but the story originally happened on October 3rd. Let's go to Dos Palos, California, and Merced County, California. The search for a kidnapped Merced County family came to a tragic end on Wednesday when all four were found dead and left in an orchard north of Dos Palos, according to the Merced County Sheriff's Office. The discovery was made around 5:30 p.m. Wednesday by a farm worker. Upon arrival, deputies located the bodies of 8-month-old Aruhi Derry, her mother Jasleen Kaur, 27, her father Jasdeep Singh, 36, and her uncle Amandeep Singh, 39. The family of four had not been seen since October 3rd. The suspected killer, Jesus Manuel Salgado, 48, had been in the Sheriff's Office custody since Tuesday. On Thursday, he was booked into the Merced County Jail for 4 counts of murder and 4 counts of kidnapping. As the investigation continued, detectives arrested Salgado's brother, Alberto Salgado, on Friday for criminal conspiracy, accessory, and destroying evidence. The discovery of the kidnapping began around 11:30 a.m. October 3rd, when CAL FIRE was dispatched to Buhach and Oakdale Roads in Winton for a report of a 2020 Dodge Ram truck that had been set on fire. The California Highway Patrol also responded to the scene for the investigation and tried to make contact with the vehicle's registered owner, Amandeep Singh. The CHP's attempts were unsuccessful, and at 12:35 p.m. October 3rd, they requested the Merced Police Department go to Amandeep Singh's residence. When Merced Police Department arrived at the residence, they were not able to make contact with Amandeep Singh. However, they were able to reach another family member. The family member attempted to contact the 3 adults but were unable to reach them, prompting the family to report all 4 as missing. At 1:04 p.m. October 3rd, the sheriff's office responded to a business on South Highway 59 and learned that the 3 adults and the baby had been kidnapped at gunpoint by an individual now believed to be Jesus Salgado. On the morning of October 4th, sheriff's investigators learned that an ATM card belonging to one of the victims had been used at a bank in Atwater. Detectives identified the suspect as Jesus Salgado, but before they made contact with him, he attempted to end his life. He was taken into custody and was given medical attention. Prior to the discovery of the bodies, the sheriff's office released surveillance video of the kidnapping. The video shows both Singh men led out of the business at gunpoint with their arms zip-tied, and minutes later, Kaur comes out holding the baby. The Singh brothers immigrated to America 18 years ago and worked hard to achieve safety, security, and community for themselves and their families. Aman and Jasdeep were the primary breadwinners for the family, supported their elderly parents, and lived under one roof, the family stated in the GoFundMe account. The 4 are survived by Aruhi's grandparents, Randhir Singh and Kirpal Kaur, Amandeep's wife, Jaspreet Kaur, Jas, their children, Ekam, 6, and Sirat, 9. The money raised from the GoFundMe account, which is the only official one for the family, will go toward the upbringing and education of Ekam and Sirat and helping Jas, Randhir, and Kirpal. In the post, the family members Aruhi as a child that loved to run around the house in her walker and was a joyous child. She loved being held in her grandparents, aunts, and uncles' arms. Her eyes were always full of joy. She meant the world to her little cousins, Ekam and Sirat. Jasdeep and Jasleen have been married for 3 years and reunited 2 years ago after her immigration was finalized. In keeping with his name, Aman, meaning peace, was calm, positive, charitable, and always ready to help others, the post recalled. Aman was the rock of his family, a great dad who always made time to cuddle his son, Ikam, read with his daughter, Sirat, and treasure their many art projects and other accomplishments. Aman was loved and admired by his wife, Jas. Aman routinely donated food to the local food bank and found comfort in his faith, never missing Sunday service in the temple. He was a caring elder brother and a role model to his cousins. The GoFundMe account is linked here. So I will put the link to this article if anybody wants to donate to the GoFundMe account. This is a tragedy, and some people will say, well, this could have happened anyway, right? The guy could have kidnapped the people and killed them with a knife or anything like that, but he kidnapped them through gunpoint. It's hard to, kidnap somebody at knife points. It's possible, but we make it much more easy for people to commit these sorts of heinous crimes when guns are present. Yes, in other countries, people are kidnapped and murdered, but the level of murder and gun violence in America is astronomical compared to other first world developed nations because so many guns continue to permeate in America. This story is a tragedy because this young baby lost their life, this entire family lost their life over something probably very trivial. Some people are saying that this was over money, right? The intention of the kidnapper was to get them for their money, right? But the point is, nobody should die over money, over something very serious or trivial. We can settle our disputes diplomatically. But I will say this, many people want to immigrate to the United States for the possibility of achieving a better life, or having the American dream. But the American dream can quickly turn into a nightmare for people who move to the United States or travel to the United States, because the gun violence does not care about your national origin. Gun violence doesn't only affect Americans, it affects immigrants. All people in the United States can be victims to gun violence. And this should be a cautionary tale for people who think, well, my country is dangerous, my country is horrible, my country is corrupt, all these sorts of things. In the United States, you have all of that, plus more. Plus more. It's very likely that this killer will get life in jail. That this person will suffer the consequences for their actions, and that should be the case. I am not excusing criminal activity, but what I will not excuse is how we allow guns to continue to permeate in our society, how people can come from different parts of the world and all be victims of gun violence in the United States. They take part in our American bloodthirsty tradition of people being sacrificed at the altar of the gun, because the gun is God in America. We will never do anything to get rid of the guns because Americans worship it as a part of this sacred constitution that was brought down by these holy founding fathers, which it was not. The Constitution is not holy, it is not sacred, and we actually need to do something to prevent tragedies like this and others continuing from happening. If you want to attack me for my views on the Second Amendment, tell this family that their lives did not matter. Tell this family that with the tragedy that they went through did not matter. First leave that comment, then come for me. My name is Simon Hill. Abolish the Second Amendment. Thank you for watching. Rest in peace to all of the people here that lost their lives in this tragedy.